Extra Life was born. It just occurred to me that gamers should be able to do the things they love to help sick and injured kids as well. And so the funds that Extra Lifers raise can go to a variety of purposes in the local area at the local hospital.
So maybe your extra $20 or your extra $50 goes to curing 87% of children with leukemia.
62 kids like me enter a children's hospital every minute.
And I was one of those kids. You could save their life too.
Play games, heal kids.
Hey guys, welcome to Off-Grid Minis. So that was just a little video explaining Extra Life and why we do it, how it works. The videos and the website do it a lot better than I ever could, so I'll just use those. But my game day is this Saturday, November 2nd, 2019, and I'll be doing my best to go for 24 hours. I'll have a few buddies with me. We'll be doing some more painting, some gaming. We'll probably do a couple scenarios in Warhammer, just out of the Stormstrike book, since none of us have played before. That should be fun. And I'll also just have a couple other card games and board games that we'll be able to play. So, come check that out, join in the chat, just come hang out, chat with us, watch us fail at some games, and some painting. Should be a lot of fun. And yeah, link is in the description for my fundraiser page. You don't have to donate, just come hang out, have some fun. It's not mandatory, but it does help the kids a lot. 100% of the proceeds go to, in my case, BC Children's Hospital through Children's Miracle Network. And yeah, it's just an awesome cause, a great community of thousands of streamers all over the world. There's 130 different Children's Miracle Network hospitals that they support, and it was all started from two parents whose daughter got leukemia. Her name was Tori. This is all kind of to support, well, not to support her, but this whole cause was started because of Tori, and the parents got together with gamers, thought there should be a way that they can support kids and do what they love. And Extra Life was born. It's been going for, I think, 9 years now. And they've raised at least millions of dollars for Children's Miracle Network hospitals. Last year, I think the total for Rooster Teeth alone was 1.6 million, around there. But yeah, it does great work. So be sure to check that out. But enough about Extra Life. Be sure to drop by the stream on Saturday. It will be here on my channel on YouTube. So be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. You'll get a notification when that starts. Or I'll also drop the link on Twitter. So be sure to check there for when I will be starting. And now, on to this week's paint. So, I got my third Khorne Bloodletter. As you can see, I did already put the texture paint on the base. I thought that might make it a little bit easier. I will be painting over it, so I don't have to worry about staining it with the other colors. And I just thought that would make it easier, so then I don't have to worry about staining him with the Armageddon dust, as I put it on as the final step. But he'll look a little something like that, and hopefully I'm able to get the layer brush to work in my favor this time, get my hands to work the way I want them to, so that the layer brush doesn't cause blotches and keep catching like he did on the previous guy. But yeah, for tools, I got my usual brushes. I have 8 here. I probably won't use them all. My main ones will be the medium base brush, the small layer brush, the medium layer brush, and the 2 starter brushes. I may use 1 or 2 of these non-Citadel brushes just for basing larger areas and stuff like that. We'll see as I go along. Then I have my makeshift palette, of course. Mostly I'll be using it for red and black. My pot of water for rinsing my brushes. And then my cloth for wiping off excess water and paint after I rinse my brushes. And then lastly, I have the paints. So I got Abaddon Black, that's going to be for his horns, a tiny bit of his eyes, and the claws on his toes, as well as the hand guard and handle on his sword. Retributor Armor will be for the blade and pommel of his sword. Mephiston Red will be for the rest of him, his main body. As you can see in this guy, he's all red with the black horns, the brass blade, and then Khorne Red I'll be using for his tongue. Kerberg Crimson will be going all over the red areas. And then Nuln Oil will be on the black, like his horns and his claws. And Seraphim Sepia will be going on his blade. Mainly in the middle to... I don't know how to describe it. Kind of dampen the gold, make it more of a brass color, I suppose. And then Administratum Gray will be just for highlights on the black areas, mainly his horns and a little bit on the handle and hand guard of his sword. Kislev Flesh is strictly for his tongue, just to make that Khorne Red a little more pink. And then Wild Rider Red will be going all over the red areas for the highlighting, like the fins down his back, all the little bumps all over him. There's a design on his forehead. I'll be doing that on, but I will try to go a little bit lighter than I did on this guy with the highlighting, and hopefully not cause as much blotching and spots. And then White Scar I just have for the whites of his eyes, and that will go on top of the Abaddon Black. Then Necron Compound will be going on the edge of the sword, give it that worn, faded brass look. And I already used the Armageddon Dust for the base. I just wanted to show you guys that that's what I used, and this is how it looks dried without paint on top of it. And I will be putting Rhinox hide on that with a dry brush of Khorne Red on the raised areas. So, excuse me. That's it for this week. I hope you guys enjoy watching, and be sure to check out my Extra Life stream this Saturday. So, let's get to painting. Alright guys, well that concludes this week's episode. We got another awesome Khorne Bloodletter. The shading turned out a little bit better than the last guy. On the horns, the paint was still a little rough from... This was one of the ones, the Corax White spray came out a little more rough on. So, it was catching on the horns and blotching. So I didn't really get much shading done on them, or get it the way I wanted. As well as the handle, it caught and just created a huge gray spot. So you'll see me use my cloth a little bit on that, and I just kind of brushed it so that it's a lighter shade, or I guess a darker shade, and it just kind of blends so it looks like it's light reflecting off that area, and then the 2 points on the back of the pommel or hand guard. There are just a few splotches all around, but when you look at it from certain angles, they work perfectly. They just look awesome. So yeah, I'm quite happy with how this guy turned out, and I'll be glad to use him in a battle. Definitely the shading or edging turned out a little better than the previous guy. Just wasn't quite so blotched and not quite as large of areas. Another thing I also have to mention, I have a couple things coming to me in the mail. When they do come in, I'll unbox them and show you guys. One of them's going to be fairly random, and one of them is a set subscription. I get a certain thing every month. But those should be awesome and add to my collection and just my tabletop. Just the scene you guys have here. And I can't wait to unbox them here with you guys. So either, depending on when they come in, I'll either throw that in that week's video when they come in, or I will do a separate video just in the middle of the week. But you'll be sure to get a pop-up in your notifications when it does, as long as you're subscribed and you've hit that notification bell. I guess all that's left is just to roll for next week's, and also talk about Extra Life. So that's, again, just under a week away. It's this Saturday, November 2nd. I'll be going for 24 hours straight. I'll be painting a bunch of these guys. I'll be having a couple games of Warhammer. I have Ultimate Werewolf I'll be playing with my buddies, possibly. I have Munchkin, both zombies and Cthulhu versions, so that should be a lot of fun. And I'm hoping to have a new webcam set up for that time as well, or for that day as well. So I'll hopefully have a little better video quality, and it'll be a little easier to mount. So I'm excited to see you guys there, and again, I'll have the link in the description. Be sure to drop by the donation page. It's all described there a lot better than I could ever do. Again, it's thousands of streamers all over the world. Goes to, mine go to BC Children's Hospital. There's a choice of 130 different Children's Miracle Network hospitals all over the world. And yeah, it's just a great cause, awesome community, just a great bunch of people. And yeah, 100% of the proceeds go to BC Children's Miracle Network. Now, let's roll. We got a 15, and that would be an 8, so 23. Is that not the one we just did? Give me a second, I will check that. I believe... Oops. I believe 23 is the one we just did. It might have been 13, I might be wrong. Let's just take a look here. it's looking like it. So I will, yeah, there's 13 right there. So I'll re-roll. We just did 23 last week. 7 and 15, so 22. That is this guy here. Another Orc Brute. So this guy's got a fair amount of details, but nothing I haven't done before. Not too hard. Won't be as short as this week was, but shouldn't be as long as the Castigators were either. But yeah, this one looks like it should be an awesome little paint job. And I'm not sure if this one will be coming out, or if that guy I'll be doing next week or the week after, just because of Extra Life. But I'll be sure to let you guys know, so that you are informed for the future. I'll let you know my decision during Extra Life, what I've figured out. So if I already have this guy painted up during, when I start Extra Life, when I start the stream, you'll know that you probably have a video coming out that week or next week at some point. It may not be Tuesday like it's supposed to. It might be a little late, just so I have time to edit it and everything, and so I have time to rest after a 24-hour stream. Hope you guys understand, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. Not quite as short as promised, but definitely a lot shorter than the past 2 weeks. So, as always, I'll see you guys next week. Stay classy, and be sure to drop by Extra Life. It would really mean a lot. It's an awesome cause. Stay classy.
For 24 hours straight and raise money for kids?
Yes! It's a lot of fun. I'm glad that I'm supporting a great cause.
The kids are going to be the future streamers that are going to be Extra Lifers.
The cool thing is we've been partnering with these guys for the last few years, and we've grown a really, really close relationship, and we've actually done stuff directly in the hospital that we can actually see.
My name is Curvy Llama.
We're Jack and Katie.
My name is Good. This isn't Game Over.
Extra Life. Play games. Heal kids.